We're here at the Royal Tyrrell Museum and we've got a lot of questions, and I'm with the perfect person to answer the majority of them. We've got the curator of dinosaurs for the museum, Dr. Don Henderson. You've got such a cool job.
Oh, I think how fortunate I am every day.
When were fossils first starting to be discovered here in the area?
About 110 years ago, they started finding scraps poking out of the rocks, and they realized they had to come back and start looking properly.
Okay, and what is special about the area? Why is this the perfect place for fossils to be preserved?
There's three things. It was a good place for dinosaurs to live. There was lots of water, lots of them to eat. And also we had the mountains rising in the west, building the Rockies. They were bringing all sorts of sand and mud down. And when these rivers flooded or a dinosaur fell into the river, they had a really good chance of being buried and preserved. That kept them in the ground for 75 million years. And now with our climate and the mountains are still lifting up the land, we've got erosion. The wind and the rain expose the fossils. And we go out every summer and we find new stuff that wasn't there last year.
So you're still continuing to find bones?
We have to go out every year, because if we don't get it, the weather will. Frost and the erosion will just destroy them.
What's special about this dinosaur here?
This is an example of Albertosaurus, although some people call it Gorgosaurus. The bones of this were the first dinosaur bones recognized by Joe Tyrrell. He was prospecting for coal for the Geological Survey, and he sent these bones back east, and they were identified as a carnivorous dinosaur.
And are there all types of dinosaurs found in this area, or are there specific ones that seem to be abundant?
We're known for dinosaurs. We're the best place in the world for dinosaurs for the last 20 million years of dinosaur time. So we've got famous animals like Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus, but we don't have any of the long-necked ones, like Apatosaurus or Brachiosaurus. But we are the best place in the world for horned dinosaurs. So Triceratops and its cousins.
Is there a reason for that?
I think we had all this sand and mud coming, and it just preserved them. And I think they lived here in huge abundance. We now think that horned dinosaurs lived in herds, like hundreds of animals. And they all perished in these massive floods and were buried.
So for people who have never had the chance to visit Drumheller, the Badlands, it's quite interesting because you're driving along and everything is flat, and then all of a sudden you approach the Badlands and it's mountainous. Why is there such a change in the lands?
For the previous million years, this place was under a thick sheet of ice. And the ice, like during the ice ages, and the ice melted extremely rapidly, and there was this massive surge of meltwater, and it carved out the Red Deer River Valley maybe in a few thousand years. And erosion's much slower now, but that initial cut has now exposed all these dinosaur-bearing rocks. And the same river that goes past the museum goes all the way down to Dinosaur Provincial Park, where we really find a lot of dinosaurs.
And Dom, before we go, what's a hoodoo?
A hoodoo, it's an erosional structure. The rocks here are mostly really soft, but every once in a while you get a hard layer. And if you get a hard layer above a soft, the wind and the rain can't eat up the hard one, but instead they erode the soft one, and it cuts it down, and you get like a mushroom type structure. If
you head to the Travel Alberta website, you can look at a full list of all of the different things that there are to do in the province. But even if you visited the Royal Tyrrell Museum before, they are constantly changing. You've introduced a new portion of the museum for the 25th anniversary. Wow, so much to take in. It's such a great place. Thank you for having us.
All right, you're welcome.